Ellie's Dragon by Bob Graham. Ellie's Dragon by Bob Graham. Bob Graham's the author and the illustrator. When Ellie was quite young, she found a newborn dragon. With its eyes not yet open, it crawled across the egg box. It was pale and luminous with shifting rainbow colours like oil on water. In its little claws tickled in the palm of her hand. It was quite the sweetest thing she had ever seen. She called him Scratch. At home, Ellie made him a bed. Scratch opened his eyes, black as charcoal. His tiny wings shivered. He was flightless as a silkworm. He wants some matches, Mummy. He wants to cut the tops off. Certainly not, replied her mum. You can't play with matches, sweetie. Her mum saw nothing but an empty matchbox and cotton wool. For a time, Scratch lived on the first floor of Ellie's doll's house. She trained him to use the box of dragon litter. Ellie fed her beast nasturtiums, chilies and burnt toast, with charcoal coals for mains. Ellie grew a little and went to nursery. That's like preschool. Ali saw him. He's sweet, he said. Angie saw him too. He's gorgeous, she said. Cool, added Amber and Luke. But the teacher saw nothing. Ellie grew some more. She turned 5 and she started school. She was so excited that she forgot to take Scratch along. It clear slipped her mind. So Ellie didn't see her dragon's first flight, which was mainly downward. Oh, and then crashed on the floor. Ellie had her 8th birthday. Ali, Angie and Luke were there. While the candles were still smoking, Scratch ate them. And the same night, when all were asleep, what's going to happen? Scratch flew. Ellie's dad came to call for outings on the weekend. He never knew he had an extra passenger, or that Ellie shared her popcorn. Two years later, on Ellie's 10th birthday, Angie, Luke and Ali came for a sleepover. But things were changing for Ellie and Scratch. Ellie still loved her dragon, but Scratch had way outgrown the doll's house. So had she. Oh, look at the poor doll's house. Dragons breathe fire. Dragons breathe smoke. Dragons fly. Dragons don't dance. Scratch spent more time dreaming on his fire blanket in the corner. Then Ellie was 11 and Scratch began to fade. With the boom, boom, boom of the disco poppy girls in her ears, Ellie could no longer hear the slow pump of air under Scratch's wings. The year after, Ellie could see right through him. On her 13th birthday, Scratch's breath barely melted the icing on the cake. He didn't even eat the candles. and then he slipped quietly away into the night. Occasionally, Ellie thought to look for him and almost saw the flick of a tail from the corner of her eye. She thought she smelt smoke or heard a fiery furnace over the fence. But Scratch had gone. Little Sam found him wandering down the high street, a fully grown, house-trained, affectionate dragon, just looking for a new home. And Scratch will probably live with him for some time to come. Ellie's Dragon by Bob Graham.